Well, it seems that I'm live again. It's been a while. It has been a while, yes. Um, what can I say? I mean, hey, just continuing work on Southwest Slovakia. Because why not? Didn't exactly prep properly for this stream. Hold on. Kind of running wild like a headless chicken. Except I still have my head and I'm not a chicken. Okay. Ba-ba-bum. Should have been better prepared. Ugh. That was my usualness. Right. So, as I said, continuing work on southwestern Slovakia, just existing. Because why not? Right. I don't know what was the last thing that you saw me build, but it has slightly progressed since. We've got a station in here now. It's not the one that's like one-to-one recreation, but I don't care. And we've got this village here, the electric poles continuing off into the distance and crossing over and stuff like that. The road is continuing up along. And yeah, the tracks and electrification for the catenary has been done all the way up to here, along with this part of the station. So yeah, some work has been done since the last stream, that's for sure. But yeah, right now I'm working on the entrance into this town, and I need to get my hands on something like this, but other. So yeah, you're just gonna be sitting here with me while I go exploring all the stuff that I apparently have downloaded in this game. Where the fuck? Is this in Russia or what? It definitely is more east. That's a beautiful looking bridge. I should use it on one of my future routes, not gonna lie. Must take better. Nope. What I need is just like the the abutment at the end. But they are so weirdly hard to find. I don't know why. It's just like, yeah. Wait, is this? What do you mean not logged in? Are you fucking kidding me? The chat in the. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that's just fucking neat. Hello, Wasted Tries. Alright, so unfortunately for this stream, there will be no chat on the screen. Because it seems that it's completely gotten broken, so I'll have to completely redo my settings for OBS sometime. But that's such a fuckery that I don't exactly feel like doing that. So I don't think I will do that. But yeah. Um Bridge kit. It's not exactly it either. Well, I would prefer it to be an object. I can do is check the track side as well. So maybe I'll find something fitting. Yeah, let me get the eraser track. And Bummer Aero is getting messed up. Yeah. And I have to actually get down to reinstalling it and whatnot. Probably. And try to get a better streaming implementation. That's some interesting asset that I have that I'm not even aware of. Anyways. Trying to find the correct kind of asset is always annoying. That's wood. I don't want wood. That doesn't work either. Okay. Onto the DLS we go. Woo! What percent of the route is left to go? You've been going all out. I have... Okay. Up to this station, it's roughly 6% of the route. Oh, whatever, let's get that. Let's get that as well. Why not? Sure. Also very old asset, goddamn. Stone. I need a concrete abutment of some kind. That might work. Okay, hello ballast, why not? Let's see, maybe we'll get something. Stone concrete. Oh, this might work for the 16mm. Okay. That one looks quite interestingly good. Bridge abutment. Cause yeah, Definitely need a concrete one for this. And I don't exactly feel like making them out of spline, but I mean, it's a possibility. But it's annoying. Plus, having more assets to work with is always better. Because you can come across stuff that, you know, it's more interesting. So that's the bad one. There's this thing, which is pretty much what I need. It's not perfect, but it works. I missed what you said. 6% of the route completed, 94% to go. Completion by 2035. God damn. That sounds very fucking depressing when you put it that way. Look, routes take time. We both know that. This one is no exception. Alright, that works. Just gotta replicate it on all of it. I guess. Seriously, only 6% down. Damn. Not even 6% done yet. This city here is going to be 6% done. But that's always the problem of having, long form projects. Because they obviously take time and effort. But I figured that, one of my next DLCs should probably be a bigger route. But obviously those take time to build, and yeah. Figured doing this one for that might be a good little, not like challenge, but like thing to do. A good option. Because this line is pretty local to me, at least the bit that I'm working on right now. And even then, I want to fictionalize it in my own style and manner. Because in reality, this route is boring now. All the industries are gone. You know. in its current state, it's a pretty worthless thing to just exist on its own. So I kind of want to do a version where I basically put back in all the industries that used to exist along the line, or at least some of those industries. Putting in all of them would be impossible and would require much more modifications to the track layout than I'm willing to make. So, yeah. But yeah, this basically works in, you know. Hello, here for a few minutes. Again? Damn, you're kind of busy, man. But yeah. Simple enough, this thing. Yeah, building it is not really a challenge. Because, I mean, I'm managing to figure out majority of the things. Like how I want them to be. The most annoying bit is going to be getting all the signaling and stuff done. Because we're still missing I'm still missing the signals. I'm missing the speed signs and all the railway signage as well. I haven't delved into placing that at all. Right? As for the signals, cause like I'm still missing the assets themselves essentially. We haven't finished making them yet. But this route is definitely going to use our new signals. Not the stuff that's currently av available on the DLS, but stuff that we're making on our own. Wait, what the fuck am I doing? That's 63.1. I have no idea what the fuck that is on the opposite. I'm just gonna align it manually. Oh my god, the controls are so weird in this gizmo. Moving the mouse down rotates it that way, moving it up rotates that way, moving it left rotates it that way, right rotates it that way. Okay. I wish I had finer controls over this. Like, if I could just adjust it with arrow keys or something, that would make this so much nicer. Tops cut off. Oh, I see now. Okay, so it's 16.8. No. It's 16.9? Oh, so 17 works the best. Okay, so it's 17. And the pitch is that, 9.3. 4, 5, 6, 7 is cut off. So 65, roughly. Ugh. XYZ. I hate them. Okay. Is this the line that I noticed in the video? Yes. When you said loop around. Yep. Bitty brush a bit. Yep. The gizmo controls are normal when compared to how it's done in other programs I use. This is normal! Oh, jeez. Oh. We can have the rotation. Yeah, I know I can. But it's so weird. Like, I have trouble figuring out what is what rotation and then trying to work it out in degrees. I've never had a good like brain for that. So I've always struggled with it. So I just try to avoid as much of it as possible. Right. Talking about TARS again. Oh no. Ah. Somebody take Shared Ice and put him in a box. He's misbehaving again. One is supposed to be obviously on the bottom. This one can be height adjusted. Works. Hmm. Just gonna put it on the other side, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So if I yoink it from this one, 631. Alright, now we're talking. So I think I'm gonna do it in server classic. There we go. That looks amazing. Alright. Now the other side. Okay, 16.8. 7 is gonna be this. And it's gonna be minus 0.6. There we go. Minus. Oh. Yeah, why not? Minus that. Minus that. Minus that. Rotation needs to be going from this one. That. 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 There we go. And last bit is this. Minus 0.4. Oh yeah. That's good. I'm already in a box. It's called House. No, that's a doctor. Paradise box released onto the DLS. Paradise in a box. Get your own for $9.99 today. Shipping only within Germany. Okay. But yeah, look at that. That's pretty neat. It's not the exact shape that I needed it to be, but hey, it works. Oh, I forgot to put these guys where they're supposed to be. There we go. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. Holy shit. Okay. Um, the catenary is not continuing out this way yet because I didn't bother to finish it. But I have bothered to make all the aspects of the catenary on this turn as well. So this is all done. Including this whack-ass bullshit that I stumbled upon. Although I forgot to do a specific thing regarding all of this. Because I did set the ground height down to what I want it to be. But I didn't adjust the height of the individual assets that this connects to. Here we go. Now it fits. Now it is the way it's supposed to be. Where is it? There it is. Okay, and then I believe on this field, yes, there are some irregularities, probably because of small ponds and whatnot. Not sure what exactly they all are, but yeah, there's some smaller irregularities when it comes to the field shape. No, it's not too sharp. That's more like it. There we go. There is another road, just a bit more south. Was in like roughly the same angle. Okay, and this place gets ridiculous. Nah, I think yeah, this works. I think that's good. Gotta go now. Bye bye. Alright, see you, sure, guys. Bye bye, indeed. There we go. It's better. Okay, and how? Okay, but there is a road between this and the next city. Okay, and it goes a very wrong angle. What will be the best way to do this? Okay, that's gonna be taken care of, scenery-wise, when I get this done. The fields. Oh shit, that goes way too down. I'm stupid. Funny how I always struggle with the transition from town to a field. I was always worried that when I was making these kind of transitions, that oh no, it doesn't really look realistic, it doesn't feel like it's supposed to be there, or that it's, way too much of a drastic change. The constant feeling like, oh, did I do enough of like the suburbia, of the family houses, the gardens and all that kind of stuff. Always was just this little looming dread in the back of my mind, like, is this good enough? But seeing the way, it's actually done and trying to replicate it in game, it really tells you and like shows you, okay, maybe, just maybe, I did not, you know, fuck it up. Because the sudden shift from a town into a field, it can sometimes catch you off guard. But it's just the way things work. So yeah, I'm kind of happy with this route as well. Despite not really having a lot done yet. I don't even know how much I will actually finish, but you know, I'm quite happy about this project. It feels like a nice little change to Central Europe and the other stuff that I've been working on as well. Sometimes a change of pace, change of style is what you need to keep your creativity going. Yeah. It's also important to not do, too much. Because if you bite off way more than what you are capable of actually doing, you're just not gonna finish it. You're not gonna have a good time working on it. You'll just abandon it. But this is all the stuff that I've talked about previously as well, but it just shows that, you just keep coming back to that. The basics. And it's also why I always say start with something small. Play around with the detailing, understand the controls, see what you can do. Don't just jump into something big because, you're just gonna get disappointed that you've not managed to finish it. And that's gonna turn you off and away from any kind of creative process. Really, only when you don't mind losing all the work because you've lost motivation is when you should start looking at making bigger and bigger projects. Something that you're comfortable with, something that, okay, when you are new, you might not understand, how much you're actually gonna work, how much you're gonna be able to finish. Because you don't know your workflow yet, you don't know how it all behaves, you don't understand, how things work yet because you're new. But then you start, you realize, okay, it works like this, it works like that. Maybe I should scale down or maybe I should scale up. There's a million ways to make a route and none of them are wrong. It just comes down to, you. What you're capable of, what you think you can do. And even when you're already skilled and seasoned, veteran route builder, veteran player, the game still has some surprises. New mechanics that you haven't found yet, for example. There's a lot to it all. When you know what you're doing, you're able to switch between different styles. You are able to understand, what needs what amount of detail. The best way to work on something, getting the general workflow sorted. But I'm just babbling and mumbling because I don't have anything better to talk about. Kind of losing the motivation to stream and record videos as well again. Because I haven't released anything for a week now, I think. don't really feel like doing that a lot. Especially because I don't exactly have anything to show. The repetitive type of gameplay like Derail Valley, you know, Euro Truck, American Truck, the constant route building in Trainz doesn't always feel like a lot of fun to record and stream all the time. So doing it constantly is definitely not something I want to do. So I've been like looking and thinking of like streaming something else for once, but I have no idea what. Nothing really, nothing really fits. And all the session can be very abrupt. Yes. Just came in for another second to say one you didn't fuck it up. The video. What? Picture boy suburbia. City is a big girl, but that isn't something to worry about. Yeah. Will you be happy at 8%? Most of my routes I made before the Beetlebrook Railroad didn't get finished, either because I didn't do any planning and didn't have a finish line, or because I did too much planning and then got too bored quickly. Yeah. Next route, Trans-Siberia. No. Hello, Mao. Jesus. Also, I didn't switch up what areas of the route I was working on, so I was doing all countryside and then got bored. Yeah. You all are wrong. Some more wrong than others. Even after you are a veteran, which is defined as having lost either your job or spouse to, or both due to trains. I would say that some are wrong, namely if they're not getting you to achieving what you would like to achieve. At that point, I would say that way of making a route is wrong, at least partially, and should be iterated upon or changed in some way. You know what you mean? Yeah. You should keep doing it when you feel like it, not on schedule. Yep. Don't record because you feel you have to. It'll turn out like passionless content. Yeah, exactly. Damn, look at that. I keep thinking like, damn, how far I've gotten, but then I zoom out and I look at it and it's like, fuck, there's like nothing. Oh, it's brilliant. And that's only ground textures as well. I haven't done the bushes and the trees along this line either. Make this field large. Right. I'm going to be back home for a single day in the next 2 weeks, but I'm totally looking forward to banking 2 videos when I'm back. I can't reward. Oh, how many calories interest are you getting on those? Pinch his belly. Deep questions. Yep, those are some big fields. Yep, they are. If you build it, they will come. Yep. Yeah, they definitely are big fields. It's actually funny because they are the realistic size. Yeah, this is definitely starting to look like something. I say, halfway to the next city. You know what? Let's take a little ride. In a train that you would be seeing running into this on this line. Come on, give me a better edition. There we go. Now let's take something classic. That's a classic paint scheme. Now you wouldn't exactly be seeing this train run out of this station. Not in this configuration anyways. Whatever. Okay. We wouldn't be running out of this station like this. But I would be running out of on the other line. The one that's not built yet. course gotta have those spoked wheels. There ain't no other way this train exists. Awesome. Oh, it doesn't quite out. Yeah. Let me fix that real quick. It looks weird. Doing realistic operations. finally detail this. Can't wait. It's gonna be so nice to ride through here. Ooh, big pin, yes. However, measuring distances angles for this route. Literally just what I see on the map. I just measure like from the middle of something to a point of interest, or like alongside the point of interest. And I also get to see the azimuth angle to basically correlate it in Trainz with. But yeah, I'm terrible at maintaining speed with this train, so there's that, but I don't really need to do that here anyways, because the speed limit goes down as we are entering the city. Oh shit, hold on. I don't know what the junctions are looking like. Can I still switch this one? No, okay. But I can switch this one. Oh shit, wrong way. Yeah, just like that. Definitely gonna be a thing. But yeah, this place here is a little repair maintenance shed that takes care of fixing freight cars as well as their own engines that the company housing this owns. And they are also the ones responsible for shunting into a recycling facility in here, and a granary and another recycling and some warehouses up this way. And there is also going to be another granary out in this end of the station. But yeah. Let's do a quick ride back. Okay, I see. The illuminated light bars in the cabin, you just throttle, or other levers are needed. Want to do that? Okay. You mean these down here? definitely lots of fun. But yeah, a lot of the stuff on this train is custom script controlled, because it just has to. Otherwise it wouldn't really work. One thing that I really enjoy about my current route is that I've decided to use differently ballasted tracks for different areas of the route. I'd like to have done even more with that, but that would have been too feature creepy. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, and I'll be doing the same in my route as well. But I wanna get the layout done first, and then I'll just bulk replace stuff as I go along. Because it gets excessive, especially in on this line, because every single junction is just wooden ties, right? And so I have to accommodate for that, basically. Everywhere you look is just wooden ties, really. And even this one is wrong, this needs to be wooden. So yeah. Let's go full speed, full power. Katana looks really good, Eagle. Well done. Thank you. I've been trying. Just get a catenary streaking through the cab. Just a shadow. Going left and right. But yeah, just reach the top speed of this thing. $120. Warp 9. DOS or TNG scale? What do you mean with that? I have no idea what that means. But yeah, one of the many things I'm playing with is the bumps on the tracks as well as the condition. To give it the real life kind of bumpiness and swinging that this line just forces onto the trains. 105. But yeah, the controller on this thing is simple. Here, this one, you can see which power step you are on. Right? The big red button is the horn. So going down by 1. If you turn it and let go, it automatically resets back to the middle. If you go all the way to the side, you can just keep it there and it will do its thing. That's the pantograph lever. That's to go down now, because we're approaching the lowering point. And we're still speeding, because of course we are. This turn has a speed limit of 80, going down to 70 at the end. But yeah, if you want to apply power, one move to the left just adds 1. You can see it's just like marked as +1, -1. If you go all the way to the left, it gives you more power output. Now obviously it doesn't give me anything now because my pantograph is down. So let's raise the pantograph. Apply power. If we want to do dynamic braking, so this is the reverser. There's 0. This is reversing, going forwards. This is the forward dynamic, and this is the backward dynamic. I want the forward dynamic, and then you just apply power. Of course, the speedometer over there. You can see the dynamics are doing their thing. We're slowly slowing down. That's the signal repeater. Obviously it doesn't work because I don't have any signals. But essentially it tells you what the next signal is. What the state of it is. Obviously the effectiveness of dynamic brake gets lower as you slow down. So you have to finish it off by regular braking. Because Trainz doesn't exactly know what it means to lower the brake percentage. You kind of have to release it to actually, lower the train brake. Ta-da! Yeah, we have arrived. So yeah, fairly simple. Star Trek the original series, TOS, warp factor speeds are equal to the cube of the given warp factor. In Star Trek the Next Generation, TNG, it's different so that you would never reach warp 10, which would be infinite speed. Okay. I don't remember the exact formula for TNG. I'm sure you can find it on the wiki though. Fair enough. One thing I keep running into in cab work is disappearing faces. Even on simple meshes like hexagonal bolts, or the center flow circle on the speedometer? No idea. The change was made because they didn't want ships getting faster and faster to mean warp 20, warp 35, warp blah blah blah, and so on. So instead it's 9.9%. Okay, I see. And they get so much faster that close to warp 10. I see. That's why I always travel exactly the speed of light. Keep it simple, I say. Yeah. But yeah. It was a nice little ride. And a nice little stream. Hope you've enjoyed. Have a wonderful day, morning, evening, night, afternoon, whatever, whenever, wherever you are. You know, all the yada 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 bullshit. And yeah. I'll see you next time when hopefully I'll have a lot more to show for this. I guess. Especially on this part of the route. I like the progress I've done today. It's nice to have finally met the photon. At least one who wanted to chat. I enjoyed. Thank you. See you for next 94%. Yep. See ya and bye bye.